Evening all. Okay, I'm streaming this evening. I've had a really pleasant experience just earlier, which was free, which was a bit of sunlight and heat. For the first time, it seems, for months, I've actually experienced sunlight, and that was very, very nice. Okay, so live stream room. I mean, I'm a bit more cheerful than usual, I suspect. Well, I might be, I don't know. I could try play the Grob in this Warzone, see how it fares on 2-minute chess. I wonder if I'll get destroyed if I risk playing the Grob system. Mike Basman, who pioneers the Grob, actually came to a chessmode.net social, I think more than once. And I've actually played him in a long over the board game once on the black side of the Grob and managed to draw through the skin of my teeth. But I wonder, the Grob, for those that don't know, is the move G4, so it's not the classical central control of E4 or D4. You're sort of on the flank of the board trying to get influence. I might try and play it for a laugh. So this might be a little bit funnier than usual, or I could try and dedicate the whole Warzone to it, because I thought I'd get some outrage on YouTube, and apparently it's not. It's like entertainment, so you know, I might give it a shot here. Okay, I hope I don't get too crushed with the Grob system. So okay. Let's see how this goes. This might be funnier than usual, but anyway, if my mood is different, it's because, you know, the sunlight, I haven't seen sunlight for months, so apart from today, that's amazing. So I think the temperatures are finally in London going to increase. We've been waiting for this moment for several months, and what a great thing to happen just after Magnus Carlsen has won the candidates as well. So reasons to be cheerful. Okay, so no endless rematch of Anand, Kramnik, Slav defences. No, but they were quite exciting last time. You can't really mock those Slav defences. They were very dynamic. Okay, Grob system, here we come. Let's see. I think H6 and G5. I'm getting a free point to start off with. In any case, points multiplier. That's handy. Okay. Grob in reverse with G5. Although I think H6 is safer. Oh, I should have pressed that. Oh dear. I was having to hover over the G pawn and over here some distance. It's closer in the centre, isn't it, to that points multiplier button. Anyone ready in this tournament? No one ready? Okay. Is someone going to start playing soon? I think that people are quickly checking their opening books when I'm talking about the Grob. They're trying to prepare. Okay, let's do it. The Grob. Okay, this is going to be painful, isn't it? Oh dear. Is anyone ready in this tournament? Am I the only one playing in this tournament? He's deciding whether to play or not. No? Okay. Is my rating somehow intimidating? 2433. It's been about 2400 recently. Okay. I'm not getting any games. I'm not offering any draws. but I'm not getting any games. Oh dear, oh dear. How to win a tournament without playing any games? This doesn't usually happen. Finally, a game to test this Grob system. Now this is a critical test to push the bishop back. He's using a recommendation of Andrew Martin. Oh, now this looks this looks as though I'm going to be badly punished. I don't really want to play F3. This is not a good advert for the Grob, or even Knight F3. This is not a good advert. Oh, I have to get this guy out. Try and use the G5. Actually, Bishop G7 there. Right, I'm on the board still. I'm on the board. He did play a painful test of the Grob. Still on the board though. C3 weakened with that. Now Knight D4 could be a pain. This guy's sharp. What's going on here? Is Knight D5 possible? Okay, so there's bishop f6 here, is not bad, or knight f6. Maybe bishop f6 is better because I'm attacking the queen and the rook. Okay, so if I take on e7, then take the queen, then take the bishop. Well, there's knight c7 for taking the bishop. I think something's gone wrong with black in my first game of the tournament. Yeah, I think I'm being a bit carnivorous here, but it seems justified. Don't want to get mated in one. That's happened to me before. That's really embarrassing. A mate in one scenario. Carrying on the munching. What is going on? I think the Grob has done it psychologically. Let's not let the Grob down with a tragic loss or something. No. Let's not even talk like that. This is a good position. I just need the queens off to get rid of the counterplay, to sap the opponent's resources. I need the queens off. Okay, I'm a bit safer now, a bit more reassured. I can win this position. 4 pieces up. Okay. What? I can use this A file even. This bishop's now liberated. What more positional trump cards do I need? Bishop e4 and rook h7. Okay, I'm storming the tournament by default at the moment. Well, apart from that game. Now this guy is going to punish me, isn't he? He's usually quite dangerous. If I play the Grob in reverse, okay, I'm going to have to play. This is tricky now. This is tricky. This is a critical test. Maybe taking here is okay with some central control coming up. I'm protecting the H pawn at the moment. Trying to get some central control. Is it not happening? Bishop g5. I could be on b2. Is this not working, is it? Is it? Bishop b4 is probably now might be a good time to try it, to encourage c3. I'm not really convinced by this. Taking on b2, it might have queen c3 after. No, he hasn't got queen c3. Alright, have I got queen c1? This isn't really as strategic as I'd hoped for this game. I'm relying on coincidence here. That my queen coincidentally has got c1 here to win the rook. Okay, so bishop e7 and then something if he doesn't take my bishop. Mind you, this knight e4 to f6 might be quite painful. Or this, okay. Okay, is d6 viable? It doesn't look that pleasant. Maybe bishop f5 and try and castle queenside. I don't mind the queens coming off. What about h3? Just to dent the f file. So bishop e4 might be good. Okay. I'm glad I've got a square for the king, not just being mated. Although this is quite annoying. This position. Yeah, that's quite annoying. So if I attack that rook, there's nothing going on there, is there? So this isn't too hot, I assume. I haven't got anything that hot going on here, so I'm gonna have to humbly retreat. I think I'm getting murdered because of knight g6. Have to protect against knight g6. I've only got 27 seconds left. This isn't too hot. What is there on the bright side? Okay, knight e5 might be on the bright side. There's knight g4. Rook d2. Hang on a sec. Oh, rook f2. Oh, I think I've just lost on time anyway. Whatever happens, I've just lost on time. I think I'm going to have to give this one up. Mind you, yeah, it's not so hot with 4 seconds. Oh well. I don't think that was the problem with the Grob though. Might be g4 as an innovation actually, sort of taking on h4. So I have to try this again. This is more. I'm hoping to experience a positional thing here, kind of like the English opening with a d4 here. Okay, this is sort of looking promising positionally for c5 now, or this d5 to win a piece. I'm hoping this is okay. d5 winning a piece without too much backfire, I hope. I put the bishop on b2. Okay, I get this kind of interesting position. I can threaten mate. There's no bishop a5 just yet. Maybe bishop e4 just to keep the bishop aggressive. Then f3 later. Oh, even this, okay, knight h5. Okay, I'll just tuck the bishop over here. Surely he won't want to, okay. Okay, I'm on h7. Okay, I'll grab that h7. And stay on that diagonal. Okay, so what's going on here? Can I try and castle queenside? I think I have to castle somewhere. Maybe knight. Okay, so knight f5. There's knight b4 though. Okay, can I kick this knight or is it too late? Am I crumbling? e4 is a bit loose. Oh, what about rook d4 here? Wow. It looks like fun. I don't know if it's sound. No, it's not sound. Hang on. What about c5 first? No, that doesn't help. Knight takes d4. I just wanted to open up that diagonal. I don't think this is particularly a sound approach. Well, it's okay now. That's what I wanted, to open up that diagonal. So, okay, here we come, the diagonal. No, don't tell me. Is that winning? Nearly. I think I have to kick this knight. This knight's an absolute nuisance. What's going on here? Uh-oh. I'm gonna have to sack the queen or something. Keep a winning chance. I think the bishop on the long diagonal. Actually, what about taking with the knight? Oh, that's handy. Oh, this is a comedy of errors, this game. Oh, comedy of errors. Comedy of errors. Okay. But, yeah, there's a funny feel to this one with the Grob, actually, psychologically. If I can get away with this, this opening. It's just a positional experiment, because here I've got a dark square strategy anyway. In fact, couldn't I just go for the structure as well and hope for the best? Knight c6 to come here. I think this looks good on the dark squares. Surely c5 is dropping off here. I've got a nice e5 square to celebrate. What about b6 and bishop a6? Isn't that just nice and positional? Sort of Nims of Indian type strategy. So knight c4 coming up, or just bishop c4. Just want to get rid of that that bishop, that light square bishop. Okay. Would he really take my queen? He would. This leaves me a beautiful knight on c4. I think Nimzovich would be proud of this knight on c4. Alright, so put my king on c6 and use the b file. Should be quite interesting. Or just make sure I can recapture the centre here. So I've got b file or g file to play with. I think b file for the moment, just to get one pair of rooks off. Or even just let him get me another pawn to the centre while I play around with rook f4. One pawn to the centre. I think there's targets here, a2 and c4 I can simultaneously attack. Okay, so I can sort of get this past c pawn going. If I get my king to d4, that should be quite handy. I suppose he'll take there. Nope. Okay. That's a nuisance. I don't really want to draw. I've got to try and do something about his passed pawn for sure. Can I not get loads of passed pawns in the centre? I get e4 as well. Okay. No, I don't want to draw. These pawns are quite interesting. King d4 coming up. Oh. Okay, that's clearer. Driving through. Drive through. Okay, there's a few annoying checks. Okay. What do I want to do in this ending here? Probably get e3 on board and make sure I can try and promote the pawn here with king f2. Uh-oh. Hang on. Double check. Okay. That was interesting. Okay, so g4 here, okay. 2052. I think there's a positional strategy by default here about d5. If I'm preventing knight f6, can intensify the pressure on d5. I don't want to lose it just straight off the bat there, but this pressure on d5 should be interesting to double the cube. I say he's got rid of the h4 square for harassing my bishop, so can I not just put the pressure on d5? Okay. This seems quite pleasant, pleasant enough. Oh, okay, that might be a good g-file attack anyway. Losing that pawn. If I castle queenside, so I'm hoping, maybe optimistically, if I can castle queenside here, then what would be the opportunity? Okay, he's castling queenside, okay. Have I got pressure on c6 potentially? This bishop is something he hasn't got. Kind of trump card in my position here. This pressure on c6. Okay, there's no knight b5, knight e4, knight e4. No, a2 is a problem. So that's tricky. Okay, let's let's just do this for a moment, put pressure on the G file, potentially. If I went for an exchange sack knight e5, that would give me pressure on c6. So bishop h1, sack the exchange, mind you, is on e3. Oh, this is getting dangerous. Am I going to get stuffed here? Because b2 is now weak. Oh, this is naughty. Okay, so let's see. I mean, say he tries to make me queen b4, what would I do? I'd be in trouble. He's spending a lot of time here on queen b4. Maybe there's a check. Maybe he can take on b3 later. What's happening here? He can't spend all this time on queen b4. Can he? Has he lost connection? Okay, there's a neat little tactical trick, clearly. I don't want to take with the knight particularly. Oh, there's bishop f5. Skewing the queen. Whoops! Okay, still got a few tricks. He just used up too much time. That was just... I mean, it was a good tactic. Was he just validating that for 30 seconds? It's only a 2-minute game. It's worse than Ivanchuk. A 2-minute game to spend 30 seconds. Okay. So delayed kind of g5. I think g4 here just to suppress the protection of d4. Maybe this is a little bit weakening, I guess. But he's given me the dark squares without too much of a fight. This could be annoying. What about a kind of Benko Gambit style? I think no, that's not possible, is it? b5. Although queen b4 could be intensely annoying with that c4 pawn being quite vulnerable. I've doubled, so queen b4 coming up. I'm not sure here, I'll just be losing a piece. Okay. Try and get the centre open. Give me the f5 square. Got the f5 square. I've noticed that as an unexpected bonus in 5-minute chess somehow, getting the f5 square recently. I would never have thought of that. Now h5 is weak. It is actually weak. h5. Oh, that's a pain. Okay. But I can still get the f5 square when he takes on h5. Which gives me pressure on e3. Now he could take my bishop as well, I guess. Which one's he going to take, this one? Can I go back to attack? If I play b6 and then attack here, he's got b3. But I can't see what else to do with this pesky knight here. Okay, so I'm on c4 now. Okay, so it's solid as expected. If I just retreat for a moment, there is knight b5 on d6, unfortunately. Okay, I have to do something with this knight. I think if I reinforce the e4 square, go for b3 soon, somehow. Get back onto this diagonal. f5 looks attractive again. Then go for b3 after. I think b3 in exchange for a6 is fair trade. He's not going for it. Contortionist. Oh no, b4 though. I can take at the moment. Oh, now this looks as though there should be something tasty going on. Nope, not yet. Not even with A4. Not even with A4. Okay, bishop D3 then for bishop C4. Can I not do anything with that B3 square? It'll be seemingly like a tragedy if I can't. Rook B1 will be mating. Okay, it's pleasant enough. Rook on the 7th, always enjoyable. Free rook. Pass pawn. Okay. Bit of a lead as well, so that's pretty cool. Okay. Ooh, seeing G4 psychological. Oh dear. Okay. This is just an experiment. I'm just wondering how well people improvise against an unexpected opening. I mean, this might not be the greatest ever improvisation because he's weakening this diagonal. If I take care and just test this diagonal with Queen B6. Okay, so is there some sort of queen sack? I can play bishop C3, there's bishop D2. Maybe not. If I play queen A5, queen C5. What if I just play a normal move for a moment? Okay. Am I going to get horrendous double pawns? Probably. Oh no, D6 is weak as well. Okay. I can put my queen on F6 after, I think. King comes to the centre. Not like that. Right, so I think like this, F6 and then king F7 to E7. As long as he can't target D7 with a bishop, that might be okay. If I can bring my king here, then try and target maybe C5. We'll get rid of this this bishop somehow. Or A4. I don't think A4 actually does anything. Actually, rook C6. No, that isn't okay. I think I need to exchange this guy off. I don't want him using the H file. Mind you, F5 is pretty bad. Okay, I'll try and use the G file. No, I can't use the G file. Maybe I can if I do that exchange sack. I can try and win C4. Go back to F7. Then use the rook. H5 to protect the H pawn. Okay, can I use the rook? Can I win C5? Then try and move these centre pawns. Oh, he's going to win F6. That's a pain. Although he's going to have one loose rook all the time. I've got past A pawn. Bishop D5 is also tasty. Try and win back the exchange. With check. Oh, there's E4. Oh, there isn't check. The rook G2 is almost dangerous for bishop E6. Aha! A pawn alert. He gets back for my pawn. I can take this guy. I'm losing that guy. Not good. Okay, let's get my king aggressive. Try and generate some compensation here. You can play check and then rook D6. It's coming down to speed now. How quickly does he convert this or not? I wouldn't say, oh, there's e4, yes, that was a good move. This d pawn is winning. What have I done? Okay, he's giving me a spike check or two. A little pin to waste time. I don't deserve that one. Okay. No, I don't think that was a good advert for the Grob system or anything after. Although at the start it seemed b3 was provocative at the start. Okay. I think d5 is kind of natural. So is it h3 or g5? I don't think g5 just loses a pawn really. I think h3 might be the preferred thing, just to go for a light square strategy. He's taking his time here. What's the score situation? Why is he taking his time? Okay, so d5, h3, and I want to just play on the light squares. It's black's turn, isn't it? Is that a dangerous pre-move? Hang on, that could be a dangerous pre-move. How would this pre-move h3 lose? What would be an example of that losing? I can't find one. Okay, I think it might be okay. By the way, I'm streaming later in about 1.5 hours. My schedule's compressed because of this 1 hour change. I'll be looking at Alexander Alekhine, I think, in the 1938 Olympiad, where there was a theoretical chance of meeting Capablanca, but unfortunately Capablanca didn't play that day. And they both scored really highly for their teams, but both of their teams, Alekhine was playing for France, Capablanca for Cuba, both their teams finished quite low down despite their fantastic board 1 performances. Okay, I wonder how he'll react to this, a strong opponent to the reverse killer Grob system. I think h4 might be annoying. What if I just counter-attack in the centre here? This might be the key to the system. There's some dark square implications. If he takes, I've got some h-file pressure. Sorry, please. Sorry, I'm just recording. Sorry, I'm just recording. Sorry. Okay, sorry. Okay. I think c4 for queen c5 check is handy, so now I'm going to get some queenside expansion. I can get another pawn. Surely? I'll just get another pawn here. What is going on here? I suppose d5 is being weakened, and I've got my... oh, f5 is a bit of a problem. I can sort this out radically or not. I think I'll leave it for bishop f8, unless that's a major disaster I'm not aware of. d5, is that possible? I can castle. Okay, I might be losing that centre pawn. What if I take with the king? Okay, I'll be attacking his queen here. What is going on here? This is too dynamic for me. What's going on here? I want my king on the light square, I think, otherwise I'm going to get exterminated with bishop e3. Okay, that's one point of note. I think queen c6 on knight e4. Knight e4 threatens knight g3 mate. So that's pretty handy, surely. Knight e4 here for knight. No, it doesn't. His knight's protecting that. Okay, big problem. I can take the bishop. He's got rook c4. Anything better than taking the bishop? I can't see it, so that will have to do. Pinning the rook. So rook b1. Okay, if I play for d5, I've only got 28 seconds, but d5 looks handy anyway for f1. There's also knight f6. Okay, I beat someone good with the reverse killer Grob. That's a miracle. There seemed to be something in it. Okay, a surprise weapon for blitz. No, I don't want to resign. Okay. Oh, this is the gambit line by accident. Okay, gambit line. Queen b3 maybe. There is pressure on b7 and d5. Didn't go for it. Okay, he's putting his queen. I'm not sure this is an absolutely convincing improvisation, as improvisations go. I hope not, anyway, because I don't know, maybe, you know, f4. What if I just take this? Knight f3, isn't that a free development tempo? Okay, is e3 on the cards? Interesting, what is going on here? Okay, he's keeping my bishop hemmed in. Is knight h5? Or actually queen h5 coming up? So this looks pretty interesting for queen h5. I'll be on c5. I think that can't be a success for him, this position. No, it's sort of weakening d4, so it might be useful just to take that pawn. Okay, what about just, okay, if I just get the queens off, there's bishop e6, but then there's knight takes and queen e6 for bishop d5. I can just get everything off. And I'm still on d4. I'll connect the rooks. Okay, I'm faster on the e file, so maybe I'm getting rook e8, free pin. Bishop d6 to follow. It's a free pin. I think bishop d6. So 2300 here. I can distract away from. Okay, it's not over till it's over. Actually, why not go for this g pawn? Okay, I'll try and hem this knight in with b5 for a moment. Now what can I do with the bishop? Bishop c5? Okay. He's liberated his position a little bit. Queening. Okay. Okay, this is going to be an interesting test. A 2-3-4-2. And no draw for policy. How does he improvise? I think he's improvising quite solidly at the moment. Although, can I try and go for this f5 square? If I try and control the h5 square, because he's going to go for this Okay, if I counter-attack with queen b6, is that any good? Probably not. I'm trying to disorientate the centre of the d4 control. Is this going to work? So I take here. Can I try and build a road for this bishop on h8? So knight e4. Okay, I've got d4 pressure. Well, that looks good for knight c2 now. Also, knight d3 is a threat. That's useful. Surely. There's queen b2, I've just taken free rook. Okay, doesn't seem such a big deal. Where's the big deal? Did I want to automatically do that? I think I'm complacent because I've just won a rook. So, okay, I'm going to take on b2 here. Okay, he's got this bishop b6. I take on a2 because where's that bishop going? Oh, he's giving me the bishop. This is a 2-3-4-2. He's falling to bits, literally. What is he doing? It's fallen to bits. Blimey. 2-3-3-4. Okay, this is more like positional, with the benefit of potentially g5 being handy. I'll just go for a d5 control. I can't see how this can be that bad. Like g5 here, I mean, especially, am I not just winning a piece? I mean, this justifies. There's more influence with a pawn on g4 for that d5 square. Okay, I'll play knight e4 here. Give him d3 for a moment. If I take on c5, it is a free pawn, isn't it? Drive this bishop back. I'll take that. Could be quite valuable for d4 just to establish a nice pawn chain. d5 is now threatened. Okay, I'll sort out the mate. So knight d5, or just e4 here looks good. Attacking the queen. What is he doing with his queen? He's just resigned. I think the Grob is really a killer Grob in this tournament so far. 17 minutes to go. Uh-oh. A 2-4-1-1. Aha. Okay, I don't like the fact he's going to get his hooks into this. I'll sack a pawn, try and make it dynamic. Try and castle queenside. I don't want to fianchetto my bishop as a target. Rather, a ready-made target. Although giving up two pieces is a bit two pawns is a bit extravagant. Stop knight c4. Okay, I do get to castle queenside. I think this diagonal would have been nice for my bishop. Okay, it is nice for the bishop, hopefully. Does this create any weaknesses if he's going to play f4? Is that worth a shot? Put the king over here for a sec. Get the queen off the firing lines. Okay. Well, d5 then. Okay, you can take another pawn. Mind you, okay, d4 takes this. That can't be that pleasant. So I'll try and play for d4 here. There's f5 on the cards. What about bishop h3? Just trying for a hack attack. He's got king g2, rook h8, rook h1. I don't think that's really that convincing at the moment. Try and point at his king anyway. Hold the f7 square if I can take this pawn. Mind you. Oh, okay, I have to take here. Is e5 going to drop off? That's something. I've got knight d5 coming as well for knight e3. Something else to celebrate. Would he do an exchange sack? I guess. No need. Okay. If I go to h4. Okay, he's being very annoying here. Right, can I put my king away before I get in trouble? My king there. What am I doing with the queen? Try and keep an eye on g2 or g5. Pin to his queen. He's a bit short on time. That protects e7. And rook a6 was a threat. Whoops. Rook a6. I'm kind of tied down here. Okay, I think it's pre-move time anyway. If I can move, I can find any decent moves. Can I move my queen into his camp? What about the c2 pawn? Okay, hang on a sec. Oh no, that was a blunder. Just blunder the whole rook. Ah! Horrible pin. Whoops, my rook's gone as well. Oh, that's a shame. Oh, so close. Okay. Okay, well, I put pressure on d5 here. I'm hoping that will be sufficient for losing the g-pawn. Okay, so queen b3 as knight d4. Play e3 first. Then maybe knight g5 and queen b3 could be interesting for f7. So he takes here, I guess. I'm hoping queen b3 is powerful. I'm on b7 and f7. What more can I ask? And bishop g4 there. Kind of weaknesses of the last move. Okay, is he a bit overloaded? I'm threatening on knight d6 or not? Maybe not. Queen c3, does that do anything? Knight f7, don't think it does anything. Queen c4, I'm on g4, and I'm on c5. I still think I need more pieces in action. This bishop and rook, I think, needs to come into the game. Okay, so something like bishop a3 next might be good. If rook's the out, I can take a knight d6. Okay, so knight d6 is now threatened. Is nothing falling off here? Bishop c6. It's all pretty sound, is it? What if I just take here? Surely c7's loose. Just something seemed loose here. This queen's protecting f7 and c7. I mean, it looks like a lot of fun now with knight d6. I'm winning that f5 bishop, surely. There's queen f7 or anything better. I can take on c6 for a kind of dark square strategy, which I've been mentioning in recent videos. So bishop d6. Cement this guy on f5. Well, that is a dark square strategy. Dominating dark square d6. Can I just get the rook into the game via d3? Don't mind the queens coming off. Oh, okay. Put the knight on c4 then. Okay. What about rook d6 then? Getting quite a few pawns. My pawns are pretty solid. It's hard to get a stalemate here, surely. Okay, so 8 minute 45 to go. So 2-3-1-6. Oh, that's a welcome bonus. Oh, this guy's playing a lot of games as well. Okay, 2-4-6-1. I've got him now. How does he react to the Grob? This is a good test. Alright, suppressing knight f6. Trying to put pressure on d5. He's just materialistically grabbing. Can I just gambit for bishop b2? Okay, surely I'm going to have a good development here if I castle queenside and go with the centre. Nope. Okay. Can I play for d4 to evict this guy? It's getting a bit tricky. Getting a bit eaten up. That's the problem with this game. Getting gobbled. Okay, so you can force the queens off nearly. There's bishop d3. What about just e4 there? Muppets. No, he had knight c3. Okay. Can I play for d5? Okay. Can I play for knight g5? Knight e5. How stable is this position? I guess it's not very stable. But you know, queen f3, king f2, rook g1, maybe e4 and bishop e4 at some point. If I play e4, why can't I just take that? I want to play e4 and then support the d4 square. He's got rook d4. Actually, there's rook c6 here for knight c6, isn't there? seem to be doing well in this position, surely. Will I play bishop e2, or is bishop e2 going to be good? Oh no, there's rook d1, end of game. I mean, he had queen d1, he had queen d1. Okay, I thought that was end of game and he didn't go for it, so he's blundering a little bit, which is good. Okay, a little bit of hope. Let's unpin, attack the queen. There's no amazing tactical resource of any pins or anything at the moment. Oh, there's bishop c3, still getting me with bishop c3. Nope, not yet. Now I've got rook f7. Then maybe taking bishops. No, I don't know. I have to play that. I think, alright, taking or check. Taking, there's bishop c3 after. There's rook e2 after that. If I try and get some safety with my king. Okay, it's becoming a clock battle. He's going to play check. I really want to get to play a queen d8 check or something. He's not going to let me, is he? He's not going to let me play queen d8. Anything else? What about e5? Bishop f3. He's got this a3 square. The target is giving me queen d8. Okay, queen d8. Here we come with queen d8. There's bishop f3. Okay, 11 seconds each. Pre-move time. Why did I do that? That was crazy. What? Blimey. I don't know what happened there. Okay, I don't want gambit line. With g5 immediately. Support g5. I think it was a draw anyway, the final result of that game, but oh, come on. No, I didn't want the queen exchange. This could be fairly unpleasant. Mind you, he hasn't got bishop f4. I've got some targets. I can share the d file. There's only 2:41 to go. Can I share this d file? It's giving me c4 free of charge. C3 is vulnerable, surely. B3 is also vulnerable. Is he going to take one of these to simplify? Can I win C3 soon? Okay, and then there's knight e2, which could be pleasant. Mind you, knight c4 is winning material. I'm just giving up loads of material. There's bishop e2. Am I just the knight down? I'm just the knight down. Okay, that wasn't the hottest exchange ever. Nope, not that one. Try and get the pawns going, I think. Pawns are the soul of chess. Gotta get the pawns going. Pass pawns, here we come. c4, c3, and knight b3. Leave my rook alone. Okay. Past pawn time. I'm hoping. Knight c4. Let the past pawn be liberated. There's no forky check with the knight just yet. b3 coming up. What about rook d5 to be a pain, or knight b3? That pin, I'm trying to celebrate that pin. That looks like a pretty good celebration. Cool. Cool. With 30 seconds to go. Taking out Tass. 2-4-1-2. What's going on here? This is the tournament of the Grob. 2500. My pairing luck is so good in this tournament for testing the Grob. It's just the sort of research material I needed. So he's going to blast my kingside to bits. I guess there's a slight weaknesses to pick up here, but what about the queenside play? I'm hoping this will pick up like the Benoni. Break the centre, sack the g-pawn, that sort of thing. d4. I get a nice position in the centre, I'm not going to get mated on the dark squares. Is he going to take on g2? If I take on d6, he takes on e3. I get sort of f-file, get rid of his dark square bishop. Aha. There is d7 check, or knight c5. Oh, he's winning the exchange, I see. Does knight b7? What about bishop c5 coming up? I think the tournament's over anyway. Blimey! I won the tournament with the Grob! Basman will be pleased. Oh dear. Oh, it was a good experiment. Okay. Okay, comments or questions on YouTube. Thanks very much.